And then finally, I want to kind of talk about the most pressing thing that any US India corridor founder is always dealing with, which is US go to market, right? And so this is this is almost besides AI, but generally in terms of building a US India corridor startup, you start a company in India, you have some early validation, come to the US, you're looking for those early design partners, kind of understand the market, get those relationships going. Most of these founders actually come in with like not very established networks or track records in the US. What are some of the things that they can do? What are some of the best practices, playbooks that you have seen work really well, even in your own startups, your own career, or what you observed in the ecosystem in general?
Yeah, I think it's all about relationships, building relationships. Like my Facebook job was a referral from a friend from my business school. My first check was my colleague, and everything. I think we met because of a mutual friend of ours. So at the end of the day, it's all about relationships. So being a founder is being a salesperson. At the end of the day, it's not just about building the right product or being a really good engineer. You are the face of your company. You are a salesperson first, and you need to figure out how to build relationships. So attend really high quality networking events. Don't just go to any random networking event. Make sure go to better networking events. Tap your network, and if you don't have a network, maybe join any of this. Like I joined on tech exactly for that reason, so that I can get access to all these people who are looking to start companies. So there's like South Park Commons, on tech. There's a bunch of like networks here. Then obviously there's like India focused groups, entrepreneurship groups here. There's TIE, there's other groups here which does meetups. So build relationships, like learn how to speak to people, learn how to add value first. Don't just the other mistake I see is a lot of Indian founders. They do come here and then say I'm raising. The first thing you say, hi, my name is X, my product is this, I'm raising. So don't do that. First talk about like oh, I was a really good AI engineer. Okay, what are you working on? Okay, here's what I learned about some new rack technique. Just add value first and then connect with them. And then in your second conversation, then tell that you're racing. So figure out how you can add value, figure out how you can build relationships, join some of these networks here, attend as many of these networking events. Yeah, become a salesperson and learn how to like do small talk, learn how to like, build that kind of like a network, meet a lot of people. I've seen so many companies, and I know people who knew nobody, and they raised like at least 2 to 3 million seats here. So there are many companies are successful. You got to hustle, and that's the one advice I would offer.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think we both have seen how the chain of introductions and connections and referrals, it can grow very quickly, especially in the Bay Area, right? And the whole pay it forward mindset. So I think it's really about. I think I love that framing of as a founder, you have to almost think of yourself. I mean, of course, most founders are engineers and they are kind of product builders, but you're almost equally important as your role as a salesperson and being the face of the company.